They was ready for the second half, and the rains just started to come down again very heavily. A little bit different for the sides to deal with this period. This is the first half that's gone on. See if that continues right through the time. Oh, this is really quite fast.
Yeah. To ring Linda and ask for a lift back as well if it scoops up.
Wait very shortly.
She gave me a lift up.
Okay.
Yeah. What was that?
Oh yeah, the face cam. Yeah. I've got to add a plaster to this one, so just doing it all face cam today. Well, I think we should be already. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second half commentary, where Gosport are taking on Basingstoke here at the AEI Stadium. We're currently 2 goals down to 1. I mean, Jeremy, since the first half, the weather it's been definitely picked up, going to make the surface a lot harder to play on, and I would imagine it's going to have a real impact on the second half.
It's going to be very, very slick out there now. We've just had a big cloud burst here in Gosport, and the pitch conditions now going to be very, very slippery, certainly. And the longer it goes on, the worse it will get, of course. But playing for both teams, and Gosport got the goal they so badly needed just before the break. So they're either going to use this as a big leg up to try and get back into this game, or Basingstoke going to use that as motivation to go on and get another, because they have undoubtedly, you can't argue it, been the better side so far.
Well, Gosport already launching an immediate attack as Cameron Murray plays across into McIntyre. McIntyre lays across back into Cope, and he picks the ball forward into Bradley Tarver, who goes for a low-driven shot, but straight down the palms of Grant in goal. A simple shot in the end, but that's much better from Gosport already.
Yeah, brilliant. Great start to the second half, and why not have a go from there with this surface as slippery as it is? That might have caught the goalkeeper unawares, certainly, but no, he had enough to stop it.
Well, I think it's funny because in the first half we saw fans scattered around the stadium, and now the bulk of them are either in this stand or the Harry Mitson stand, so we can see all the fans perfectly well.
More likely behind the
yeah.
Under that roof, but well, we've got 1,000 seats here at the AEI, so there should be enough for everybody.
Well, I would imagine the atmosphere, we'll be able to hear it good in this stand now. But Gosport, they're still coming forward. Richard McIntyre just unable to keep it in play on the far side, just by the Harry Mitson stand. Midway inside the Gosport own half. But Jeremy, I mean, the first half, it was disappointing. I would say the first half an hour, to say the least. But we did get that important goal back. And I mean, despite being a goal down, it's in anyone's hands now, there's 3 points.
Well, look, we're 2-1. We're in the game. Had we gone 3-0 down for the break, I would have said, right, that's it. It's game over and it's damage limitation for the second half. But no, Gosport are in it. They're in there. And, you see some of the social media comments, well, they could have been worse. Yeah, maybe, but it's not, is it? So here we go.
Well, Reed, he's won back a ball and he's coming forward. He's pushed to the floor by Rory Williams, and the referee has given the second penalty of this game. I would imagine he's going to talk to the third official. I mean, he was pushed in the back there by the Rory Williams, and it gives Noah Chuku his second chance to get his second goal here. I mean, to be fair, it was a penalty in my eyes, clumsy. But once again, clumsy football by Rory Williams there.
Yeah, clumsy.
Are there not 2 words you would associate with Rory Williams, the skipper, as well?
It was just clumsy, wasn't it? You can't do that in and around your own area.
Well, we talked about how Gosport had a great chance to get back into this game. If Noah Chuku can finish it here, it could very well be game over. Let's just hope Max Evans can save. Noah Chuku, he slots into the bottom right corner. Max Evans does go the right way, but Noah Chuku, he collects his second goal this evening and his third goal of the season, just playing 2 games this season as well. So he's been in fine form, the Basingstoke forward.
On the penalty spot after 48 minutes, the scorer number 9, Mamdi Wachuku.
Well, I really do hope, Gosport and Pat and Joe will be saying that. Like, once again, it's the same things we've been saying constantly for the first 4 games. Clumsy football. When are they going to learn? It's just stupid playing football like that inside of the box.
They're going to have to pack it in, and soon. The lights are on now here at the stadium with the weather turning as it is. But, it's clumsy, and that might just be decisive enough. I mean, I don't want to say that with sort of 42 minutes plus stoppages still to play, but that's put all the hard work into the shape now. Gosport worked so hard to get the foothold. Now they've got to do it all over again because they're now 2 goals behind once more. and all down to one missed chance at one end and one clumsy mistake at the other.
Well, to Max's defence, he wasn't that far off from saving that there. It looks to be a real gem when it comes to penalties.
Yeah, no, he was close, but the penalty was too good for him, and just sort of crept past his outstretched hands and slotted into that bottom right-hand corner, and Gosport all of a sudden, after 3 minutes in the second half, they've got it all to do again.
Well, I suppose, stranger things have happened in football. We can see Fanian already there, just swarming up. So is Kavanagh. And Kavanagh does look to be coming on. He doesn't have a vest on, just his shirt. But yeah, if you're Pat and Joe now, what are you saying to the boys? We're stuck in a stuck position.
Yeah, it's disappointing, really, isn't it? And I would suggest to you that all 3 goals have come from errors.
Yeah.
You can't argue it. 2 penalties conceded, the second one more sloppy than the first. And then, unfortunately, the unfortunate error that Max made for the second one. So, but Gosport need to respond, and they need to respond now. And here they're trying to do it. Yewood picks out the run of Tarbuck to his right-hand side. Tarbuck now slipping the ball into poke around the right-hand edge of the penalty area. Gosport. James is tweeting again, so I'm just going to keep on going. An exchange of passes between Gosport's 2 centre-backs, Morrison and Wassmer. Looking to build, but they've given the ball away again. Here come Basingstoke once more. The offside flag goes thwarting the visitors on this occasion. But so you've got to ask yourself, at what point do you start seriously saying these errors are costing us matches? And now looks as though Reed of Basingstoke has gone to the floor needing attention from... and it's a substitution being indicated. Being indicated. So that looks like it'll be the end of Reed's afternoon. The physio was immediate with that conclusion that a substitution is required. Yeah, and there we go again. The young lady physio has just made the signal again to her bench. So that will be the end of George Reed's afternoon. And the board is out.
Yeah.
So
Well, for a Gosport POV, Reed, he's been outstanding today for that Basingstoke side. Got that late penalty. So, for Gosport fans, it's a good sight to see. Obviously, we don't ever want to see a player injured, but, he's just been causing havoc for Gosport. Arguably being one of the contenders for man of the match today. It'd be interesting to see who Reed comes off for. But he's going to get a warm reception by the Basingstoke fans. And we are going to see. So Reed will be coming off for number 14. And 14 is Alfie Bridgman. Okay, that's an interesting one. Alfie Bridgman coming on.
So 14 for 11.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Basingstoke substitution coming on number 14, Alfie Bridgman, replacing number 11, George Reed.
Well, Alfie Bridgman there, one of the players Gosport were formerly linked with this season, had stints with Pompey, came through their academy, played for Bognor Regis, and has even represented Malta at international level. So, good player, and Gosport, we're going to have to be careful with him. But Gosport, they're on the attack, trying to get a goal back in this game. It's Basingstoke 3, Gosport 1. But Basingstoke, they've launched a recounter attack, trying to get the ball into Noir Chukwu. He'll be looking for his hat-trick today. But Cameron Murray, he does well, just in the palm of the midfield. But it's gone back to the team in mint possession. As I think that's Gallagher, who's brought down to the floor there by Rory Williams.
Yeah, sloppy there from Murray, I thought.
Just gave it, yeah. And Basingstoke, they have been given a free kick, 25 yards, I want to say, away from goal.
Yeah, that's about fair. Maybe a little further out, but it's just to the left of the D, so it's a good striking distance for somebody.
I was going to say, do you have a shot from here, or do you go for a cross?
Yes, he's going for it.
It will be ambitious if he does go for it, but
I think it's well within striking range. Absolutely is.
Well, they have got a 4-man wall, Gosport. Charlie Vasmer, Roy Williams are all inside it. And he does go for the shot, and it just edges towards that bottom right corner. Alfie Bridgman there with a free kick. His first move on the ball, and that wasn't a bad first move. Nearly beat, Max Evans to the goal.
Yeah, Evans had to make the save low to his left there. It was on target, and Basingstoke now have the subsequent corner.
And it's going to be Alfie Bridgman, the man who just took that set piece. He's going to be taking the corner from the left corner flag. He raises his arm in the air, and it's a high ball, and it's a very high ball. Yeah, too long, too high. But it still falls to Basingstoke body as it's pushed back into number 10, Smith. Smith launches one into the danger zone, but it's well dealt with by Asher Yearwood, who hooks one away. Now Jake Cope, he's trying to chase one down just by the Gosport dugouts, but it's ran out of play, which we'll see Smith take a throw in. He leaves it for his fellow part, Upton. I mean, once again, Basingstoke, they're still looking for their fourth. I mean, it just shows what an attack inside this Basingstoke team are.
Yeah, well, we know that, don't we? They're top of the league, and now they've got a firm grip on this game, really. Those two pivotal moments at the start of this half. And if they do get a fourth one, I hate to say it, I really do, but I think that will be good night, Irene, for Gosport. They ain't coming back from that.
And
But 3-1, still a
well,
chance.
I
they
mean,
get
yeah,
the next goal,
at least
so-
get a point in this one. You would hope they would. I mean, Grant, he's in uncharted territory, just right at the penalty box, but he just comes back into the box, picks it up. Alfie Stanley's not happy. And I just saw Dan Wooden there. He was flapping his arms at Pat and Joe, and I think he was just angry there at that Charlie Vasma ball. Once again, hard tier, and he's probably one of those players. We've seen it already. He loves doing these flicks. He loves it being played on the floor, not these hoofballs. But Basingstoke, they're on the attack. They've won a ball inside the Gosport box. Nawar Chukwu, he gets on the end of the ball. He goes down, brought down by Bradley Tarbuck. This time, no penalties given. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another penalty in this game given by the referee. Millie hasn't had a bad game at all, just like we were saying, just still clumsy mistakes from Gosport.
Yeah, that's it exactly. You can't argue with the two penalty decisions, both absolutely right. And Gosport can only look at themselves, I'm afraid, for that. But they are still trying. They are still, the industry's still there, the effort is still there, but they're just, they just need the next goal. And we are about to see a change now, a double substitution.
Yeah, double substitution. So it's going to be Samuel Fanian and Harry Kavanagh coming on. Harry hasn't started any games this season, so it's a much welcome return for Harry Kavanagh. I would imagine it's going to be McIntyre coming off for Kavanagh. You would hope to think so. And Fanian, I would imagine he'll be coming on for Jake Cope. They're my predictions anyway.
The first one.
So, yep, Cope's off for Kavanagh, so that's one correct. And will the other be Richard McIntyre?
Going to find out. $18.
So McIntyre.
Ladies and gentlemen, double Gosport Borough substitution coming on number 2, Harry Kavanagh, and number 12, Ayo Fanian. And they're replacing number 14, Jake Cope, and number 18, Richard McIntyre.
Good substitutions, Jeremy?
I think they were necessary. They were necessary.
Well, hopefully they can add as a catalyst now. We've seen what Harry Kavanagh did last season was excellent. He loves whipping those balls in, and I think he could be a menace down this right-hand channel. And so is Fanian, and I could imagine those two linking up nicely with each other.
Yeah, well, we know Fanian's a good player. He was outstanding for Hayes and Yenning last year, was he not?
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
Yeah, and I think he hasn't had enough game time for me yet. But the fact that Kavanagh's back out on the pitch is good news for Gosport, because we know the type of player that he is. He can make things happen. And what the management have done is they brought on 2 creative players, and we'll have to see what. And they have got for a thick end of half an hour to try and make things happen as well. So just had to glance at the clock then. But yeah, half an hour left and 3-1 down, and they've made some positive changes and they've made them early.
Well, I mean, would you say this has been one of the biggest reasons? Like, we have been missing these key men like Harry Kavanagh this season.
Yeah,
I mean, could you say that's been one of the biggest downfalls and that's why we're not performing? And now we are seeing them return.
Isn't it? It's a small factor, and you've got to say that Kavanagh, his runs down the right and his set pieces have been missed. Now he's out there now already, sort of looking for the ball, and Basingstoke are largely leaving him alone at the moment. So I think,
What a save that was by Max Evans. I only got a glimpse of it from doing the tweet there. Max Evans redeems himself for that goal, but what a save that was from the keeper.
Yeah, again, though, the defensive errors keep on coming. Gosport have badly got to stop this. It's a feature of their first 4 games, and they have got to put a stop to it.
Well,
And that was just down to good goalkeeping there.
who was it who gave the ball away there? I didn't get a glimpse of it properly.
Rory, I think.
Well, Rory, he did give away the 3rd goal, more or less, gave away that penalty. So Rory, he's not having one of his finest games today.
No, but it has to stop.
And Bridgeman, he's got a corner now. They've already caused a lot of damage through corners. Can they cause more damage here? It's another high hit one. Falls to the head of Upton, who nods it down, but Charlie Vasma gets on the end of the clearance, but only pushes the ball as far away as Nawar Chukwu. He's got 2 goals this game. Can he get an assist to go with it? It's a deep ball, but it's headed away by Bradley Tarbuck, only as far as Gallagher there. And just poor touch there from Smith, which sees it chased down by Dan Wood in there. And Gosport will be happy with that one, just escaping danger there, Jeremy.
Yeah, these mistakes, as I'm just shoving my clipboard to the floor, these mistakes aren't helpful, are they? They're not. And they've got to stop. They have to stop, because it's going to end up costing them more matches than not.
Well, Bradley Tarbuck, he was fighting for a ball there. He did lose it, and Basingstoke, they're back on possession. But it's good defensive work from Joe Morrison there. He sees it give the ball away to Smith there. I mean, both teams, they just can't keep hold of the possession for the last 5 minutes. Scrappy from both teams. But Gosport, they're on the attack here. As Fanian, he's striding down this left-hand channel up against Johnson Schuster. He pushes the ball forward into Yearwood. He goes for a low-driven shot. And Stanley, he tries to get on the end of that shot. I mean, it looked like it was a shot there from Yearwood. I couldn't tell if it was a pass. But either way, Stanley's collided with the keeper. It looked like he might have just hit him in the head there. A dangerous one, and you don't want to see that. And it's just horrible scenes from Grant, and you just hope he's okay there.
Yes, he obviously didn't mean it, Stanley. He's remorseful. He's checking that the goalkeeper's okay.
Oh, and he is down. And you do have to wonder with this keeper, like we were just saying, we hate these sorts of injuries. But when you do stupid stuff like that, throwing the ball away, you have to think he's just acting.
The game was already stopped. He didn't need to do
Exactly.
it. The referee wasn't going to restart the game, was he?
No, it's just stupid there.
So, a bit daft. I think the referee will probably overlook it.
Well, it gives me a chance to run you through some of the Southern League scores while we're doing it. Yeah. Well, like I said, here at the AI Stadium, it is Basingstoke 3, Gosport 1. AFC Tottenham, they lead Hungerford 2-0. Bracknell, they're 1-0 up against Tiverton. Churchsea, they're drawing 1-1 against Frometown. Dorchester, they're 1-0 up against Gloucester City. So the former national team, they haven't been too good this season. Like I said, Basingstoke, they're leading 3-1 here at the AI Stadium. Marlow, they're trailing 2-1 against Marlow. And Merthyr, they're 1-0 down against Hanwell. Plymouth Parkway, they're trailing 3-0 to Winchester, so that's a much welcome performance. Craig Davis, he will be much happy with that. Havant Waterlooville, they're 1-0 up against Swindon Supermarine. Taunton, they're 1-1 against Sholin, and Wimborne, they're 3-0 down against Walton and Hersham. The game has re-kicked off after that injury. Currently, the ball's being pinballed between the two sides as Rory Williams, he gets on the end of it as he tries to hook one forward into Fanian, but in the end, it sees the ball played out. Will be a Basingstoke throw-in. One which we'll see. Ooh. One which we'll see Josh and Schuster. He's on the throw-in, just 5 yards away from the halfway line. As he runs forward, pushing the ball forward. Can he find Gallagher? He can't, as the ball's being headed forward by Yasha Yearwood. But a lofted ball might be able to find Cameron Murray, but it's not. As Bridgeman, he does well to get on the end of it. He's currently tussling with Bradley Tarbuck. Does well enough to pass it back into Epai Allen. Now Basingstoke, they're coming down this left-hand stretch. Angel, he passes forward into Gallagher. Back into Angel, 25 yards away from goal. He's trying to get past Kavanagh. Kavanagh did a good job. And the sliding Joe Morrison, sandwiching the two players. And Cameron Murray there, just needlessly, he didn't need to go in there. Heavy on Smith. And he's going to be getting a yellow card. Just reckless there from Cameron Murray. Had a good start to Borough Life. Hasn't been too great this game. And it will see Basingstoke. They've got a free kick. Yeah, you just heard there, do not score. I mean, really, if they do concede here, it will be game, set, and match. It's going to be Alfie Bridgeman. He's hovering over it along with Epai Allen. Just talking about it, seeing what they should do, assessing their options. I mean, they have hit one shot towards the near post, but what will Alfie Bridgman do here? Like I said earlier, played for Malta. He's going to go for it in swinger. It finds Len Twatchu, and it's a brilliant save by Max Evans there. Palms it out. Luckily, the flag has gone up, but either way, Max Evans didn't know that. Brilliant save from the former pool keeper, but Noir Chukwu, unlucky not to get his hat-trick there. Lovely free kick there. It was a brilliant ball from Alfie Bridgman. But yeah, Max Evans did brilliant there. Saved Gosport a few times now. Although he did give away the second goal recklessly, just coming out of no man's land. Did well there just to save Gosport as he hacks one forward. Dan Wooden, he's trying to get on the end of that goal kick, but Fanian instead gets on the end of it, coming down this left-hand channel, doing well to get past Johnson Schuster. He does see the ball run out of play, and the Basingstoke left-back will be happy to see it as Fanian. He did look like he was making space down that left-hand flank there. But it will be the left back taking this throw in. Looks like he's going to do a long one as well. taking a few steps back. So he launches the ball forward, trying to find no Chukwu. But a final touch from Samuel Fanian sees it go out for another Basingstoke throw-in. Just on the far side, 60 minutes gone. It's still Basingstoke 3, Gosport 1. Really need to be finding a goal now if we do want a point in this game. Smith, he volleys a half volley forward, trying to find the head of Alfie Bridgman, but instead Bradley Tarbuck does well, but he loses it into Smith. Angel, he threads the ball, trying to find Alfie Bridgman, but instead finds Charlie Vasma, who volleys a short pass forward, but that finds Gallagher. Now Gallagher, he's progressing forward, and he passes into Allen. Allen, he passes into Noah Chukwu. He fakes Fanian just right at the penalty box as he plays it back into Allen. Allen, back into number 18, Paul Hodges. We haven't seen too much of him in this second half, the substitute. Basingstoke still coming forward, and a Gosport man does trip. Did look like it was going to fall nicely to Noir Chukwu, but a bit of Gosport light did see it return back to the yellow team possession. But Gosport, we just can't keep hold of the ball. It's Noir Chukwu. He plays the ball across to, I think that's Gallagher. Gallagher goes for the shot. It's against the face of goal, and Bridgman just unlucky not to get the slice of volley home. Still Gosport riding our luck. I mean, Jeremy, I'm not sure if you saw much from the toilet there, but just keep giving the ball away carelessly, and maybe Basingstoke should have got their fourth of the game.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that. But yeah, it seems to be that these errors are creeping in a lot more now. So, trouble is, you're playing at such a competitive level and against some very, very strong teams, and you can't do it.
No.
I mean, everyone makes mistakes, but on that regular basis, it becomes a concern.
Charlie Vasma, he's just won a ball inside his own half, but he tumbles down after tripping Gallagher. The ball does go out for a throw in, which we see Cameron Murray. No, he's leaving the ball for Roy Williams. And Jeremy, I mean, 20-ish minutes left, I want to say. I mean, 25, so could easily get 2 goals in that time, but at the moment, just not looking likely.
It looks so Basingstoke are about to bring on Ben Cook, their number 15. He's been prepared down below. That'll be their third change. So yeah, they're not there. Here he comes. Look.
Yeah, good timing actually.
Yeah.
No, but if you're playing Joe now, you would be expecting us to make a change now. But once again, we don't have too many attackers on. We haven't got Dan Rowe here. Maybe he could have been a catalyst in the attack, but I just can't see where the goals are coming from because all our attackers just look leggy, tired.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They didn't have a midweek game this week though. So.
No, that's what I mean. Is it something we've changed about our coaching plan? You do got to wonder. I mean, the little things, they do always make the difference in football.
Sometimes
something's just not ticking this season. And Gallagher, he's won a ball, beating Charlie Vasma to the ball. He volleys one into the palms of Max Evans. There is a free kick given, and it goes Basingstoke's way. A yellow card will be plucked out to Charlie Vasma. And Basingstoke, they get another free kick in a dangerous position. Around two yards off of the D, I want to say. Not far at all anyway. Easily in shooting range. And Alfie Bridgman, he'll be grinning at this one. Easily knows he can get a crack at goal from here.
Yeah, the Basingstoke fans are urging him. Here we go, substitution.
Well, there will be a substitution. It's going to be Cook coming on, and it's going to be number 10, Smith, coming off.
Ladies and gentlemen, Basingstoke town substitution. Coming on number 15, then Cook replacing number 10, Max Smith.
Oh, you just heard there, it's Cook coming on. I mean, Smith, he's done his fair duty today, being an absolute tank in this midfield for Basingstoke Town.
Was a
Run his leg lies.
As well.
That's what I mean, yeah.
He had a season with us here in the Southern League about 7 years ago. He was a youngster then, and you can see how much he's come on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, being a good player today. And will he be involved with this free kick? I would imagine it's going to be taken shooting. It's Alfie Bridgman. He leaves it for Clark. Clark, well, he smashes one over the bar. I mean, that is an atrocious free kick.
Yeah, it's either going to be spectacular in a worldie, top bins, or it's going to be out in the car. It's actually out in the cricket pitch. It's out in the cricket pitch. So, but yeah, Basingstoke are not settling. They are
looking for that fourth. Yeah.
That's 3 changes they've made to Gosport 2. Although having said that, 2 of them have been injury enforced for the visitors. So yeah, I think we've still got the thick end of 20 minutes to go here. So Gosport need the next goal, but they have got to play it down. I think it's Wooden.
Yeah, but still Basingstoke 3, Gosport 1. Dan Wooden, he's on the floor, but the referee hasn't blown up for anything. Dan Wooden, he's holding his stomach, But play has continued. It's Bradley Tarbuck. He just runs straight past the striker. He's fallen to the ground. Kavanagh, he's coming down this right-hand stretch as he cuts in, looking for that pass, but he's just surrounded by mint bodies. Kavanagh, he plays the pass back into Cameron Murray. Cameron Murray, he's trying to cut in now, just on the edge of the box. He turns his man, passing back into Kavanagh. It's just 1-2 between the two players, but now it's finally changed as it's been passed back into Morrison. Morrison goes for a low-driven pass, and that's just wasteful once again. You can see the forward-thinking pass, but not well executed at all, Jeremy.
Yeah, just a little bit sloppy again. I think the word I'd use today is casual. It's too casual.
It looks like we still haven't escaped pre-season. That's my interpretation of the first early games here.
Yeah, pre-season was good in terms of the results, but everybody saw a similar theme during the pre-season games, that there were some fairly ugly errors at the back. And they're still continuing.
Well, it just looks like there's never any urgency in this Gosport side at the moment. And Pat and Joe, they've said it in interviews, but just one of those things where it's very hard to introduce into a football team if you're lacking energy. Maybe bringing in some experienced players, but you would have thought we would have already had it with Rory and the likes of Dan Wooden.
Sometimes you just need a good, honest heart-to-heart, a chat. A dressing room, lock yourselves in the dressing room after a poor result and thrash it out between yourselves. I've seen that at this football club so many times down the years, and then let's see.
Fanian coming left of the penalty box. He cuts inside his man. He loops the ball in. It's a deep ball, and it looks like he's going to find the head of Alfie Sally, who headers it down into Kavanagh. But it's good defending there, which sees it run out of play, but Kavanagh's going to let it run out of play as it goes for a Gosport throw-in. Kavanagh passes back into Bradley Tarbuck. Noah Chuku, he's trying to chase down the winger, but there is a foul there. It was Hodges there. He was just too heavy on Cameron Murray there. Free kick is given. It's going to be Bradley Tarbuck taking it. I mean, Gosport's first proper set piece from a good angle. I mean, this is an area where you would hope we can do something from this area. Got big bodies like Joe Morrison, Charlie Vasmer. Looking at Fanian, he can make some good runs. Let's see what Gosport can do. As Tarbuck, he loops the ball in. It's a nice ball. It falls to the head of Vasmer, just skims his head, but it falls all the way back into Murray. Murray tries to loop a ball back in, trying to find Asher Yearwood, but Grant comes out and does well to just carry it, and he looks one forward. But it's well read by Kavanagh there. So it comes back into Fanian. Fanian passes it into Charlie Vasmer. Vasmer looks up. He tries to chip a ball forward, but it's well dealt with by Upton there, who just trips while also clearing it. But Asher Yearwood, he gets on the end of this clearance in the left-hand stretch. Gallagher, he's chasing him down, but Yearwood, he's doing well, just holding his man. He's still looking for a pass backwards, and he does carelessly give the ball away once again. The same thing we've been saying. As Cook, he's coming forward. He passes it right into Reed. Now, ball has been put forward. Noah Chuku, he's just by the right corner flag, currently tussling with Charlie Fasmer as he lays one back into Pi Allen. Allen leaves it for Cook. Cook, he passes into Alfie Bridgman. Bridgman, he's got the overlap with Angel. He's cutting in. Angel, it looked like, I'm not sure if that was a cross-come shot there, just couldn't get his feet sorted out and just volleyed one just wide of the left post. But there will be a substitution for Basingstoke. They're third of the game. Obviously allowed 5 now, and it's going to be Noah Chuku, and it's going to be number 16. So that is Ferdinand coming on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Basingstoke substitution coming on number 16, Liam Ferdinand, replacing number 9, Namdi Wachuku.
Well, I think that attacker will be annoyed there. Couldn't get his hat-trick. So close as well. Had opportunities to collect it, but he's got to be man of the match today, being excellent.
Yeah, I think he's been outstanding. But then Ferdinand's no slouch either. He's been around the good level of non-league for the last 4 or 5 years. Went to Wembley in the FA Vars with Binfield. So, yeah, amongst others. So he's another top draw player that they can just
definitely
bring on off the bench. You know?
And I suppose it's Noah Chuku. Has he been the difference between the two sides today? Gosport
just he's been the spearhead. But Basingstoke as a collective have played very, very well.
Yeah.
And what I've liked, as far as they're concerned, is their management team have been able to bring on quality players to replace quality players. And it's giving
But it's just having good score depth, isn't it?
And it's giving Gosport another headache now with Ferdinand, and I don't doubt over this last quarter of an hour he's going to cause them some headaches.
Oh, definitely. Well, Gosport, we're still lacking that third substitution. Only made 2 substitutions in this half, but Basingstoke 3, Gosport 1. We do have some good players on the bench I mean, Harry Lee, like I said, I desperately want to see him get on. I think he would add a lot of energy to this team. And honestly, energy, like I've alluded to a couple of times this broadcast, is the one thing I would say we're really lacking today.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. You know, you're trying to be constructive in your comments without being overly critical. But you see
Well,
mistakes like that.
Vasma,
There you
he's
go.
just giving the ball away to Ferdinand, the substitute. He's going for a shot, but Rory Williams, he tracks back well and blocks it. It's gone back to Max Evans in goal, but you just said it there. Charlie Vasma gives the ball away carelessly.
I was mid-sentence. So you're trying to be constructive, but then you have that. That was so careless.
Well, it's not the first time he's done it this season as well, Charlie Phasma. He's done it a couple. But Max Evans, he flicks the ball forward, and Dan Wooden, he does the same, trying to flip back into Alfie Stanley, similar to the first Gosport goal, but nothing's aligning, and it's just all going pear-shaped for Gosport.
Yes, 732.
Well, that's one good thing, the attendance. I'm sure that'll be announced to the stadium in a few minutes.
I get a lengthy break on the pitch, I'll do it.
I mean, one of the few positives that have come out of today, unfortunately. But Max Evans, he rolls the ball forward into Rory Williams. As Rory Williams, he comes forward down this left-hand stretch as he passes forward into Samuel Fanian, the former Hayes man. Fanian, he gets past Angel. He's doing well. He's striding forward. But eventually, Johnson Schuster, he does well, just getting goal tracking. Does well to get the ball off of him. And now it's gone all the way back into Gosport's own half where Charlie Phasma, he's taking a short thrown into Rory Williams. Rory, he looks up. Will he go for a short pass? Will he go for a cross? He goes for the short pass into Alfie Stanley, currently just by the halfway line. Now Cameron Murray, he's on the ball. Just trying to get past Cook as he rolls the ball forward into Charlie Phasma. Charlie just on the edge of the centre circle, still inside Basingstoke's half. Now Rory Williams, he gets on the end of that pass as he's coming down this left-hand stretch. He delivers a deep cross, but finds Alfie Bridgman, and he just cuts one out. And once again, just poor crossing, poor everything when it comes to the final third. I mean, as from a Gosport point of view, just like I said, we really haven't done anything in this second half.
It's the final third. Well, it's 2/3 out of 3 that are causing concern. Our own final third, where we've made too many basic errors, and we're struggling up front.
Well, Kavanagh volleys a deep cross, and it finds the head of Asher Yearwood. He nods one down, making an uncomfortable save for Grant there. He does well, getting to the near post. It was a lovely ball there from Harry Kavanagh, but just unlucky there, Asher Yearwood. It's one of those balls where it's hard to control and nod down.
That was a moment of quality there from Gosport, and they need more of them in the last quarter of an hour, really, if they're to have any hope of getting back into this. Now, Yearwood had a tricky chance there. The ball was driven in at pace, and did he sort of try and sort of direct his header up, or did he try and do the awkward downward bouncing header, which we're seeing more of? Went for option B. Coulson got the goalkeeper an issue or two, but we need more of this.
Fanian, he's marching forward and does a few step overs, but carelessly loses it away into Johnson Schuster. Johnson Schuster, another player who I've been impressed with, the 29-year-old, had a long stint in non-league, and he's really shown his experience today in that left-back position. Hasn't let any of them, well, I mean, Fanian, he's been on the pitch for the last 20 minutes, hasn't let him through, hasn't let Tarbuck through, Rory through. I mean, he's been excellent today.
Yeah, just done his job. Whilst he wouldn't be what I would suggest one of the standout players, he's done his job. And that's all Dan Brownlee, the manager, would want him to do. And yeah, he's just patrolled his zone of the pitch, done it well.
And Charlie Phasma, he crosses the ball. It was headed down by Dan Wooden, but Basingstoke, they're back on the attack. It's Ferdinand on the ball. He nearly trips over the ball, just taking too long with the shot. He tries to chip a ball into the back post, trying to find Alfie Bridgman. Just took too long there, the substitute. I mean, Gosport, we are. Yeah. So it's going to be Clark coming off. And this is Basingstoke's final change, bearing in mind.
That's their last one. That's all 5. Ladies and gentlemen, Basingstoke making their final substitution. Coming on number 17, Jack Hall, replacing number 5, James Clark.
Once again, you would just have to imagine that will be more fresh legs in this Basingstoke away team. But they have got to defend this corner, Gosport now, as Alfie Bridgman, he's gone to the corner flag, just ready to take the set piece. All of them have been heavy hits so far. So from a Gosport point of view, I wouldn't be too worried about it. But let's see what he can do here, the former Pompey man. This one's in towards the near post. It's being headed by Cameron Murray. It's being checked back in by Ferdinand. Morrison, he flicks it back, and it's still not properly dealt with. Ferdinand, he's got on the end of this loose ball. He's trying to get past Yearwood, just trying to turn him. He's got the new substitute ball arriving near him, but the ball's being passed into Hodges just outside of the Gosport penalty area. Now it's back into number 16, Ferdinand, and he lays a lovely through ball into Gallagher there, and he blazes the ball just high at the top left corner. That was a perfect opportunity there just to put the final nail in the coffin. Lovely pass from Ferdinand there, just unlucky not to, well, drill it into the top left corner.
Yeah, I mean, on another day that could have been game over, 4-1 with 12 minutes to go. But Gosport got away with one there. But again, still, it's hard. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but again, you had a set piece leading to that chance. There is no urgency. It looks like 2 or 3 of the Gosport rearguard were on a Sunday afternoon stroll there. I just think they need to go away from today. They've got 2 days until the next game. I think they need to sort of maybe sit down and have a chat amongst themselves after this game today and look at it.
Well, I mean, when we're going to be playing Sholin on Bank Holiday Monday, I mean, Sholin, they've had a brilliant start to this season. I mean, they were drawing against Taunton, previously relegated National League team. And I mean, if we're not careful, I could imagine another thrashing if we play exactly like how we play today.
It'd be a different game because Sholin offers something else to Basingstoke. But the problem is, if you don't stop the habits from becoming too deeply ingrained, then they'll just only cause you more of an issue the longer it goes. This is game 4.
Well, Bridgeman, he plays a lovely cross across into Ferdinand, the substitute. He's dispossessed by Cameron Murray there, and now Gosport. We're trying to start a new counter-attack. Ashley Yearwood, he's leading the line as he lays one left of him into Samuel Fanian. But Fanian, he plays a free ball into Ashley Yearwood, left of the penalty area. Can Yearwood create something? He's got 2 goals already this season as he plays one back into Fanian, left of the penalty box. Dan Wooden gets on the end of it, and Dan Wooden heads it home. Gosport do get a goal back in this game, and this has just raised the roofs here at the AEI Stadium. It looked like Wooden got the final touch on that cross. It came from an Ashley Yearwood cross. And Gosport do have a goal back in this game. Harry Kavanagh, he's gone over to the Harry Metzen stand, just trying to raise the hype around the stadium. But Dan Wooden with a lovely diving header, just nodding one past Grant. I mean, 5 minutes left to play in this game, and that's plenty enough to find a goal.
10 minutes remaining. The scorer number 9, Dan Wooden.
Well, Jeremy, it's just that traditional saying, it takes one moment of brilliance to change a whole game. And I feel like that could be a real turning point in this game.
Well, I do hope so.
And
I do hope so. Now, Gosport now have found a new lease of life, seemingly. This is the urgency we've been missing for the last 80 minutes. Here comes the cross. And, you're tweeting, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Gosport now, with 10 minutes left, now realise they've got half a chance of staying in this game. So they're pressing forward again. And Kavanagh down the right-hand side. Stanley just switching left to Yearwood. Yearwood lines one up.
Oh!
The keeper tipped it onto the bar. But you could see the thought process of Yearwood there. Dead centre, outside the area, lined it up. Great shot. Keeper tipped it onto the bar. Corner for Gosport Borough then. Is this going to be the most unlikely comeback, given that they have been second best for most of the afternoon? But I tell you what, if they do equalise, you will not care. It will be scenes at this stadium if they do manage to pop one in now and make it.
Yeah.
Really. Here comes the corner, but it's flashed across the face of the area, and it looks as though Basingstoke will deal with it with Liam Ferdinand on the right-hand side. That's the first time I've seen Basingstoke be rushed into making a poor decision on the ball there. But no matter, they still trying to. There's a move that started and broke down almost in the same breath there. Gosport now break out of defence once more. Tarbuck goes long to the left. It won't reach its intended target of Flanigan. And now here comes Johnson Schuster doing as he has done all afternoon, just tidying up and doing it well. Are you back or are you still going?
Still going.
Right. Okay, well, Gosport are in a rush to get a new ball out to that far touchline on the far side. But a Harry Metzen stand now. They'll be throwing with Williams, I believe. Gosport needs something, and they need it now. They've got it back to 3-2 now.
Well, I mean, you can feel the whole stadium just lift now since the second.
Yeah.
And can Gosport be the 12th man as Harry Kavanagh, he's back on the ball. He cuts inside of Alfie Bridgman, laying a free ball into Tarbar, but it's well cut out by Ball there, the substitute. Now Charlie Vasmer, he's currently battling Ferdinand inside the centre circle. And Gosport, we are looking for that equaliser. 9 minutes left to play in this one as Bradley Tarbuck, he's on the ball, plays a free ball into Cameron Murray, back into Harry Kavanagh. He plays it back into Tarbuck, 30 yards away from goal. And Jeremy, I mean, the belief is there now. And I mean, it's amazing how just one moment of brilliance can change a whole game.
Yes, it can. Gosport, either by luck or by judgment, have stayed in contention, and now they are right back in contention. But what you don't want to do now is concede another stupid goal at this point and put yourself right back to square one. Now, Basingstoke won't panic. I think they're too experienced to panic. So Gosport have still got to chase the game. Basingstoke know that, and they're now going to see.
Well,
so I'll interrupt myself because it's a free kick to the visitors. I'll just finish the sentence quickly. They will know that Gosport have to chase the game, and there will be space and gaps at the other end.
Well, it's just where the black arts of football come in, where Basingstoke starts to time waste. I mean, we haven't seen it in the first half. They've actually, credit where credit's due, they haven't been time wasting, and it has been a good game of football so far. But do you do that in the final minutes? Go towards the corner flags, trying to kill off the final few minutes?
Too early for that yet, I suspect, because you're going to have some stoppage time, aren't you?
Definitely.
Now, Gosport at 3-2 have a chance, and if they do manage to get a point off Basingstoke today, that would be a massive plus, considering the start to the season and the fact they're still not quite the finished article as a team, I don't think. But if they can get a point off the league leaders, you will take that all day long.
Well, Max Evans, he kicked the ball forward, and it's Gosport back on the attack. Bradley Tarbar right at the penalty area, puts in a deep in swinger, finds the head of Asher Yearwood, and Gosport, we're playing 25 yards away from goal. As Yearwood, he pushes the ball forward into Samuel Fanian, left of the penalty box, as he passes into Asher Yearwood. Yearwood looks up, he tries to put a cross across, but it falls to Samuel Fanian. Samuel Fanian lays the ball into Yearwood. Yearwood in similar place where he got the assist for the second goal. Yearwood, he fakes up to, and he puts the ball against the face of goal. Grant, he raised an arm. It looked like it was just fizzling towards the far corner. Instead, it goes out for a corner. Harry Kavanagh, he will be taking this corner. I mean, Yearwood, what a game he's been doing. He must have taken something in the last 5 minutes, because these crosses are audacious as anything. And Harry Kavanagh, he will be taking a corner. We've seen him produce lovely corners last season. Can he do another one here? He puts one in, finding the head, and it trickles his way back into Stanley has got a goal in the final few minutes here at the AI Stadium. And Gosport are back on level terms. Alfie Stanley getting on the far post. He kicks it in from short range. And I just said it there. It was a lovely set piece from Harry Kavanagh. Simple finish from Alfie Stanley. But we have said it so many times this season early on. He is a poacher, the former Pompey man. And Gosport are back. 2 goals within the last 5 minutes.
Goal for Gosport in the 86th minute. The scorer, number 11, Alfie Stanley.
Well, we said it so many times. Stanley, he looks like a completely different player to what we saw last season. A real poacher's finish, and he's going to be loving that one. And I'm looking forward to doing the highlights later, I must admit.
Wow, who knew? Who knew? But it just shows you, if you can keep yourself in a game of football, even though you're being outbested by your opponents, you are always in with a chance. And it's not done yet. They've got.
Well, do we go for the win now? We can.
Well, yeah, but I think first things first, though, James, what they need to do, survive it. Because Basingstoke now will be feeling a little bit miffed that they've thrown away a two-goal lead that they've had. And they're going to want to restore some parity as far as they're concerned. So this isn't done, but Gosport, if they can just keep things on a level, have a point in their hands now, which they haven't had. Get out of the way! The referee just obstructing play there, but bless him. Now he's pulled it back, and I wonder why he's done that. Now the attendance I will need to get out at some point, but I'll probably wait till you come back. But let's just see this out. Now Gosport do restart the game in the centre circle. It's a long ball out towards Kavanagh. It doesn't beat anyone other than Curtis Angel, but Kavanagh gets it back, crossing from the right-hand side. It was asking for a magic moment here. Fanian on the left, in it back it goes, but Grant easily takes the cross from the left. Now Gosport, who knew? Who knew? But Gosport Borough 3, Basingstoke Town 3, with 2 minutes left plus stoppage time. It is unbelievable
unbelievable scenes.
But that just shows you, despite the fact that it's still there, still not quite a finished article. There is character, there is belief. Never say die.
Well, they're back on the attack again, aren't they, Jeremy?
Yeah, they are. But Basingstoke now are going to. Yeah, I'm just watching with my sort of heart. My hands there. Just literally Joe Morrison on the ball inside his own final third, being put under pressure by Basingstoke, but he made no mistake there. And Gosport do manage to get it away. Are you back?
I am back with Fanyan. He's coming down this left-hand channel. Gosport, we're looking for the winner, and who would have thought we would be saying that in the second half? But Rory Williams, he's on the ball just outside of the central circle. He tries to whip one forward into Harry Kavanagh. Kavanagh, he heads it down, and it will be another corner. Take the final touch off of Alfie Bridgman. All Gosport players forward. Charlie Vasma, he's coming forward. Can Alfie Stanley get another goal? I mean, he's not the tallest of players, but he did get a goal from that corner. And I mean, it all came from that lovely set piece from Kavanagh.
Looks as though Gosport are going to make a change, but I'd imagine, looking down the list, this might be Agbesi.
Yeah, it will be Agbesi coming on. But the corner is taken already. Finds down Wooden, and he just couldn't flick it back. Just couldn't get a good enough connection. But it falls back to Bradley Tarbuck, and Bradley Tarbuck, he passes it out of play. And there will be 7 minutes left to play in this game. The game is not done yet. There's still plenty of life in this game.
7 minutes.
I mean, my heart is beating frantically. 7 minutes left on. I mean, gives both teams a chance to get a winner, and I'm sure the referee's loving this one.
All of a sudden, this has gone from being
a dull game to
an absolute thriller, because Gosport have dug themselves out of a deep hole, and the game is in the balance going into stoppage time, which we are about to go into now. Inside the next 10 seconds, we will go into those 7 added minutes. It's there to be won, it's there to be lost. Now, Basingstoke trying to go down the middle. And
good keeping from Max Evans.
In a rush, he does so, he answers the call.
Ooh.
And I saw you on screen.
Yeah. Well, I think my stream has just gone laggy. You can tell a lot of people have started tuning in the last 5 minutes. And that's all because Gosport are back on level terms. I would imagine a lot of people have come from the tweets probably thinking, what on earth is going on? Has the admin messed up? No, he has not, because it is 3-3 here at the AEI Stadium. And Gosport, they're back on the attack. It's Samuel Fanian left of the penalty box, whipping in the ball, finding the head of Dan Wooden. He knocks one down for Ashley Yearwood, and a half volley sees it volleyed over. And Gosport, we're just about to make a change, and we will make this change. Seeing Paul Agbesi, he's going to be coming on, but who will he be coming on for? He's going to be coming on for number 20, which is Cameron Murray. And Murray, he has run his shift today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gosport are a substitution coming on number 15, Paul Agbesi, replacing number 20, Cameron Murray. And ladies and gentlemen, the official attendance at the AEI Stadium this afternoon is 732. 732. Thank you very much for all your support.
Yeah, you did. Bang on. Well, still, Gosport 3, Basingstoke 3. I mean, arguably, this has probably been our best game this season. And Gosport, we are still looking to get that first home point of the season. But Gosport, we're back on the attack with Harry Kavanagh. He's taken a throw out just by Pat and Joe's dugout. 2 balls currently on the pitch there. I mean, it just gives Basingstoke a chance to reformate, just try and get into a better formation. But Harry Kavanagh, he takes a throw in and he finds Bradley Tarbuck 10 yards away from the halfway line, still inside the Basingstoke half. Williams, he switches the ball out wide, trying to find Harry Kavanagh, but a header from ball sees it find Paul Agbesi in his first touch as he passes forward into Kavanagh. Kavanagh plays a free ball into Tarbuck right at the penalty box. It's a far box. Can Ashley Yearwood get on the end of it? He can't, but Samuel Fanian can. Left of the penalty box. He passes back into Roy Williams. Williams, he's teeing up across. Can he find Dan Wooden? He can't, but it's falling back into Harry Kavanagh. Kavanagh, can he deliver across? It's all Gosport in his final few minutes. Can we find a goal? As Kavanagh, he passes forward into Tarbuck. Tarbuck into Paul Agbesi. Agbesi into Roy Williams, the skipper. Williams, he lays one into Fanian in the left-hand stretch, 20 yards away from goal. He's striding in, trying to cut inside. He is tripped on the edge of the box. The referee will give a free kick in a dangerous area. And I would imagine this will be Rory taking this free kick. And it will give Gosport a great chance just to try and find a header. An odd one past Grant. But Grant, he's a tall keeper. He's been collecting every aerial ball so far. So who's to say he won't be collecting this one?
Got to be clever with it. And it's a really good chance, this, to go into the really unexpected territory.
Well, if we do get a goal here,
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying. It
we
would be
yeah,
uncharted territory, certainly in this game.
I think we have to get a new stand. Well, it has been put in. Finds Paul Bessie, but he heads over the top left corner. I mean, it was a lovely cross, but Paul Bessie, just too much power on the header there. Just trying to divert it into the far corner. Just unlucky there. It didn't.
Difficult chance,
Yeah.
to be fair, and he had to rise and try and angle it back at an angle towards that far left-hand corner, and he couldn't manage it. But to be fair, even if this is the way it finishes, you are going to be, from a Gosport Borough point of view, very, very
Definitely,
pleased with
definitely.
that. Because
Well,
I think they
yeah.
can kick on from this. If they actually hold on to the point or better it, we don't know because we've still got 4 minutes left to stoppage time, then that's going to be a massive, massive stepping stone onto the rest of the season.
Well, yeah, like you said, I mean, just mentally, it's going to have a massive effect on Gosport and could be a game changer for when we play Sholin. Heads are, they're not dropping now. They're looking up. They're looking for this fourth goal. I mean, just who would have thought it? 6-goal thriller here at the AI Stadium. Basingstoke, they're on the attack as Gallagher runs that out of play. Did look like it took a final touch from Paul Bessie, and it will be a late Basingstoke corner. A lot of mint bodies arriving up.
Yeah, well, don't forget they want to win this as much.
Yeah,
as
that's what I
Gosport
mean.
do. And it is, and you know, having been 2-0 up and 3-1 up at any one time, they are desperate to regain the ascendancy, and it's been all Gosport Borough for the last 15 minutes. So it's still there for there to be won. So Gosport now need to be very careful and precise at the back.
Southie Bridgeman, who's going to be taking this corner. It's a cold in swinger, and it's worked its way. It looked like it worked its way onto Upton. Took a final touch off of Harry Kavanagh, and it will go out of play for another corner. I mean, these are the ones you're just totally worried for. I mean, these are the ones where you could see a late goal.
At this point, we've got 3 minutes of these 7 added to go.
Alfie Bridgeman, he raises his hand for another corner. It's a low-driven corner. Tarbart does his defensive duties, but it trickles all the way back into 18 Hodges. But Bridgeman, he puts another deep cross into number 17 Ball, and he headers it out of play. And Max Evans, he's going to be hoping to take a quick goal kick. Gosport, all yellow bodies are marching forward. Still, Gosport 3, Basingstoke 3. Both teams now looking for this winner. Can Max Evans redeem himself for letting in that second goal? He has plucked out some brilliant saves, but who knows? Could he get an assist? We've seen a lot of, a lot of goalkeepers, they get assists in the final few minutes. And that goal kick does work its way deep onto Harry Kavanagh, but it's being chased down by a Ball, who does well to get on the end of it. There is a Basingstoke man down.
Didn't see what happened.
Yeah, I didn't
see it, but they have used up all 5 of their changes.
And it will be a yellow card, and the yellow card is being produced to... I'm not sure if it's being produced to the Basingstoke man. Yeah, for diving.
Not quite sure. It's going to be Tarbart. It's going to be Tarbart. Yeah, Bradley Tarbart.
Well, yeah, either way though, Gosport, we've got a deep throw in 10 yards away from the right corner flag. It's going to be Harry Kavanagh taking his throw as he passes back into Charlie Vasmer. Vasmer, he just pushes the ball across into Agbessi. Back to Vasmer. He looks up. Will he be going for a cross? He does go for a cross. It's not a great cross, and it's being headed away by a Ball. And Agbessi, he's trying to chase it down, but the diversion, it's being taken back to Vasmer, who flicks it over his head, but it falls back into number 4 for Pai Ali. And at Allen, he passes it across into Gallagher. Gallagher, he's coming down this right-hand stretch. He does a few step overs. He's going for the shot, and it's hit towards that bottom right corner. Well saved by Max Evans there, who got across to his bottom right corner. Did well to save it there.
We're in the last 30 seconds of the added 7 minutes now. This is crucial.
Bradley Tarbach, he gets inside Basingstoke's half as he sprints past Alfie Bridgeman right at the penalty box. He delivers across, but it's still kept in play. A miracle by Samuel Fanian, but it's too far hit. Just too heavy hit as well. And the referee does blow his final whistle. And it has finished here. 3-3. Who would have thought that? It was 3-1 at the start of the second half. So Gosport pulled 2 goals back. I mean, it was a brilliant second half. I mean, Gosport, we would definitely be happy with a 1 point. But brilliant game here at the AEI Stadium. I'll run you through the rest of the Southern League scores, but it has finished here 3-3. AFC Tottenham, they look to get the 3 points as they lead Hungerford 3-1. Bracknell, they lead Tiverton 2-0. It's finished at Chertsey and Foam as they share their points 1-1. Dorchester, there's been a red card in that one. Dorchester are down to 10 men, but they are also 1 goal up against Gloucester City. It has finished 3-3 here, and it has to be the game in the Southern Premier League. Marlow 1, Paultown 2, Merthyr 2, Hanwell 1, Plymouth Parkway 0, Winchester 3, Swindon 0, Havant and Waterlooville 1, Taunton 1, Sholing 1, Wimborne 0, Wharton and Hersham 4. Jeremy, I mean, what a result that is. I know it's not the 3 points, but that feels like a win today.
Well, yeah, I would say. I mean, you were 2-0 down. You were 3-1 down. They literally did enough to stay in there, didn't they? And then that resurgence in the last quarter of an hour saw them come back into it. And with a half an hour to go,
Definitely.
you thought, there's no chance.
You didn't, you know.
Bases don't roll over them. And the mistakes were possibly keeping the game away from them. And all of a sudden, the character starts to come out. The desire starts to come out. That is a great result against the league leaders. Because they were 3 from 3. They're now 4 from 4 anymore, are they?
No.
What a fantastic result that is. And you'd like to think that will be a brilliant confidence boost going into Monday at Sholing.
Well, you would have to think so. And then Sholing ahead. What are your thoughts going into that game? They've got a 1-1 draw against Gloucester City today. That's a big point for them.
Yeah.
They look to be in form as well.
Yeah, well, Sholing, as I said earlier on, they're a club that are progressing. They'll continue to progress. They won't be anyone's mugs this year, and nor will they be for us on Monday. It's going to be a tough game up there. So I think for Gosport now, recovery is key. These players need to sort of have a bit of a sober bank holiday Sunday, really. Prepare for Monday. And at the same time, discuss what didn't quite go to plan today and see if you can iron those errors out. Because if you can, and combine that with a sort of the heart and the character, look out other teams.
Well, it's Gosport's first home point of the season. And I mean, what a way to do it. 2 late goals on for Gosport, and we do get a point against the league leaders, but it has finished here 3-3. And final words from us, up the borough.